Okay, let me just set the camera angle here. I think that's good. Yep, that should be all of me. I'm going to keep my phone where I can sort of see it out of the corner of my eye. If there's any problems with this, somebody text me, and I'll just keep a little bit of an eye on that, because at this point, my computer is not quite cooperating with my ability to see what you're seeing, but we'll just go with it. Okay, Qigong. So we're going to start with the Juju Yangchang, excuse me, Juju Yangchang Qigong system. The Juju Yangchang Qigong system is a wonderful system developed by my teacher, Master Jia Shusan, who healed himself from many intense things using this system. So the Juju Yangchang system opens up all your tendons and ligaments and brings energy into the tendon ligament system. So you're going to keep your legs straight and turn your hips. And for many people, this will cause a little bit of pain and discomfort. That's okay. Just go with it. Deep breaths. One of the criticisms I received after my last Qigong posting on Facebook was that people would think that if they did Qigong when they have coronavirus, it will heal them. And that I should not be implying that, because if people do Qigong when they have a fever, they can, of course, make their fever worse. That's true. If you have a high fever, I'm not necessarily going to suggest that you do a lot of Qigong. You know, if you've got a real low sort of, or no fever and you're in the first stages of illness, the Qigong could be very useful. So you notice I reversed my direction. Just letting your body be free as you do this. I'll come forward a little bit here. You want to bring your hands out in front a little bit. Move your body around. Now, when you practice this first exercise, keep your head just looking straight ahead. Don't move your head around. When your hips come forward, your shoulder blades come back and down. And when your hips go back, lift up your sacrum a little bit. And let the shoulder blades and the shoulders go down. So your shoulder blades and your shoulders are doing the opposite of what your hips are doing. When they're going forward, the other's going back. Gradually, what doing this exercise does is it creates a spiraling energy that spirals around the lower part of your hips. It spirals right through the hip joints and right through the sides of the sacrum, the sacroiliac, right across the pubic bone. And over time, this creates a spiraling energy that travels down your legs to your feet. Now let's go a little bit wider. You're going to do the same thing, but now as you transfer the weight, you're going to actually lift up the heel of the empty leg. The empty leg is the leg which is not bearing your weight. Now, the first rule of Qigong is that you get to decide what you're going to do. And this is actually made a little bit easier by doing a Zoom Qigong class, because if you come to a live class and I'm bossing you around and you're watching the other people in the class and you're kind of like, oh my goodness, I got to keep up, I got to do what they're doing. There's a tendency sometimes to override your body and force yourself to do things. And we don't really want to do that in Qigong. We kind of want to go past our layered in limitations, but we also want to be sensitive not to injure ourselves or force anything. So I'm just going to be going through a pretty full-on Qigong class today. And if something is not something that you should or could do, then you're going to need to feel that inside yourself and back off, right? That's your ability to respond to that. So now we're standing wider. Now this is a very tricky Qigong to actually learn by watching somebody. I would imagine even trickier watching on Zoom, but many of you attending this class have been in my Qigong classes before, and you'll presumably know how to do this. And see what you can get by watching it. So the arm's going to come in towards the throat level. And as the arm rolls in, the elbow rolls in. Transfer your weight. The feet are parallel to each other. They're not sliding out. They're staying parallel on the inside line. All right, good. And now, keeping your legs straight, we're going to bend over. Keep your spine straight. And let your spine extend forward. And start to rock through your sacroiliac joint. So if you put your hands on your butt, one hand will go up, the other hand will go down. Keep the legs straight. Keep the knees back. You're just going to keep coming forward from your waist. And then fold your hands and relax your shoulders. Keep swinging and then swing out so that one arm comes out. And now let's relax the hands again. And let's swing all the way. I'm going to mirror you, so you're going to swing and now stretch to your right, keeping your spine straight, pulsing through this movement. And then to the other side. So you're going to just let your hands come down as far as your hands can sensibly go down. Okay. Reach down, pulsing. Keep the legs straight. And go back to the other side. Now you're going to turn your torso at about a 30-degree angle from all the way to the side. And you're going to extend your face towards your foot. How far down you go, that's okay, it's up to you, but keep your back straight. Don't bend your back over. Keep it straight. Keep the knee back. Keep the knee pushed all the way back. Keep the leg straight. All right, and the other side. Now your hands are on your feet or down towards your feet on your leg. You're just pulsing down. It's a little bit like you're dipping down as if you're going to pick up an apple with your teeth out of a barrel of water. Good. Now bring your hands forward, but push your butt back. And then just pulse through your upper back. Pulse through it. So you start to let the upper back spine move down. And then roll forward over your hands. Rolling forward. Your weight is now on your fingertips if you can handle it. And if you can't, then put your hand flat. But it's very useful to build up the strength over time so that you can just handle the weight traveling through your fingertips to make your hands nice and strong. Very useful for healers. And going around the other way, you're making circles. You're extending your chest out of your hands, big horizontal circles. Good. Now we're going to extend further out, drop down, and then come down and up. Now, if you're still on your fingertips, that's good. Hopefully you can all see me. I don't know if you can or not, actually. I'll move back a little bit more. Just like a push-up, except you're sliding down, you're on your fingertips or your hands are flat if you can't handle that. You're strengthening your body. All right, good. Now, bring your hands back and you're going to lift up your hands so that your hands are off the ground, but your fingers are on the ground so that you're just pressing through your knuckles. And then rotating, getting your weight out so that you stretch through those joints. And now put the hands flat. You can see my funny Chinese sleeves are in the way. Put your hands flat. Extend out over the hands. Circling. Moving through the wrist joints. Now circle your neck. Transfer your weight from side to side. Circle your chest out over your hands. Reversing the circle. All right, good. And then coming down into Pugu. Okay, so you're going to take the elbow, push the knee back, put the hand on the foot, lift up your torso, reach your hand down your leg as far as it will go, and then pulse. The extended leg is straight. And the other side. Extended leg straight. And the other side again. And the other side. Right, good. Come up into Gongbu. So back leg is straight. And now you're going to pulse from the floor of your pelvis, pushing forward and back simultaneously. Now pick up the back foot, drop the back knee down, and again pulsing forward and back. Good. And now you're going to drop the front knee down, straighten the front leg, and then turn. Turn your body. Turn it towards the back. Pulse through it. Pulsing motion. Other side. Stretch out. So you're pulsing, you're pushing forward and back from the floor of your pelvis and the inner thighs. Forward and back simultaneously. Now pick up the back heel, drop the back knee down, and continue with the pulsing. And then sit straight back. Turn the body towards the back. Keep the front leg straight. Drop that knee down. Drop the back knee down bent. Heel up on the back foot. Good. Okay, good. That's a little Juju Yang Sheng sequence. Just pause for a minute, breathe. Notice how your body feels. You'll probably feel a lot more open. Now we're going to go into another Qigong system. We're going to go into the Yichuan standing Qigong. So standing Qigong is one of the most powerful ways to generate energy and store energy and build Qi in the body. The side effect of standing Qigong, if you practice it correctly and you practice it every day, is that ill health just goes away. It just goes away. So I'm going to stand, let's do a little closer, maybe not a little closer, so you can see my legs too, but I'm going to stand to the side and talk you through this a little bit. Your feet should be about shoulder width apart. They should be parallel on the inside line. Inside line should generally be straightforward. And then you sit down and roll your thighs out. Don't sit down so low that your knees go past your toes. And don't stand so that your knees are collapsed in. The knees should not be past the toes, and they should not be collapsed in. They should be right over your feet. Right? When you look down, you should see your knees lining up over your feet. And so you'll have to roll your thighs outwards. And then your sacrum. Just drop your sacrum down. Now, what that will do for most people is it will take this inward curve and it will elongate it and extend it downwards. Very easy and very natural. So just, let's go over those points again. Your feet are going to be shoulder width apart. And what is shoulder width apart? Is some variability there, but you find what feels right for you. Roll your thighs out. Drop your weight down. Bring your weight back towards your heels if necessary. Make sure that your knees are over your feet, not past your toes, not on the inside of your legs or your feet, but right over. Take deep, full breaths. When you breathe, expand your belly. Then expand your belly and then your solar plexus. Then expand your belly, your solar plexus, and the back of your chest. Open up the back of your chest. Deep, natural, full breaths. Your hands are going to be out in front of you. The hands are going to be open like this. The space between your thumb and index finger, open. Hands are going to be about at the level of your throat and your face, your chin. The thumbs might line up to the sides of your nose approximately, index finger towards your mouth. Then drop your chin down, but lift up the back of your neck. So when you're standing, you're not going to stand like this. You're going to pull your chin down and pull the back of your neck up. It'll feel like you're generating a double chin a little bit, and that's fine. Just drop your chin down, lift up the back of your neck. So your spine will elongate upwards and elongate downwards, separating the vertebrae from each other, energizing the space where the discs are. The tip of your tongue could be on the roof of your mouth. You want to smile a little bit. Now, the standard amount of time to stand like this is an hour. Let's do it. Just kidding. So what you build up when you do standing Qigong is you build up your endurance. And initially when you start, you might have your body shaking, and that shaking is fine. Just enjoy it. You might feel like your body getting really hot, and that's okay too. Just go with it. Your mind might freak out. You may feel discomfort in your shoulders, and that's okay. Just say yes to the whole thing. Say yes to the experience. Keep sinking and relaxing. Sink your shoulders. Now, if your shoulders get too painful, by all means, just bring your arms down for 30 seconds. Relax them. Let's go into the lower arm position for a minute. The lower arm position is useful if you've got a lot of pain in the shoulders, which happens often initially when you start Qigong standing. Lift your fingers up. Lift your fingers and push the base of your palm down, and then separate your shoulder blades from your spine. Relax your shoulders. Take deep breaths and just feel any tension from your shoulders, your neck, and your upper back draining out through the base of your palms. Now, occasionally, it happens doing standing Qigong, often in the first few times you practice it, that maybe you'll get a little rush of dizziness or something like that. So if you get a rush of dizziness and it's like uncomfortable, make sure that you sit down right away on the floor, on the ground. Just get right on the floor. I don't want any of you passing out. It's really occasional, but it happens occasionally, so just something to be aware of. But if you're relaxing and you're taking deep, full breaths, you'll probably be fine. And you want to smile a little bit. You want to remind yourself that this is fine. This is not really suffering. It's just some sensations. You're opening up the healing energy in your body. Relaxing the anal sphincter. Deep, full breaths. Expanding your belly. Let's bring the hands into a second position. Now the hands are going to be kind of at the level of your forehead, palms facing outwards. Sink your shoulders. Deep, full breaths. Now as you're breathing, I want you to imagine and feel that you're drawing the chi from the earth. That your breath is connecting down through the floor, through whatever building you're in, down into the earth. And that you can breathe from the earth. Good. Now we're going to bring the hands directly above the top of the head. I'm not sure if you can see my hands in this camera view because I can't quite see what you're seeing because my computer system malfunctioned, I think. But I'm hoping you can see my hands. They're flat. They're facing directly up, so the palms are facing towards the sky. And the fingers are turned in towards each other, right above the head. Now relax your shoulders, but keep your hands up. Take deep, full breaths. Your belly expands on every breath. Relax your pelvic floor. All right. Now let's bring the hands down. Breathing as you bring the hands down. Down to that lower position. The fingers are up. The base of the palm is pressed down. The shoulders are relaxed and dropped. Chin down, back of head up. Tailbone and sacrum sinking down. Fill your body with the breath. Now start to feel yourself breathing from the earth as you breathe in, and also breathing from the sky, from heaven, from what's above you, above the building, up in the sky. When you breathe in, these two sources of chi come in, all the way down into your belly. And when you breathe out, these two sources of chi mix in your belly. Let the belly expand. Good. Now we're going to do a one-legged standing Qigong. So bring your feet together so that they're close, maybe a couple inches apart, not touching, but a few inches apart. I'm going to mirror you. I want you to, hopefully you can see my feet. Let me back low. I want you to turn your left foot out 45 degrees. I'm going to mirror you. And then just bring your right foot forward a little bit, not far, maybe 6 or 8 inches. You want to bring it forward so that you can now bend your legs and then look down and see, is your knee right over the front part of your foot, not past the toes, not rolling in, not there, but right over your foot. If it is, great. If it's not, align it. So you're going to let the sacrum sink down and make a connection with the heel, and all your weight is on the back. This back drops straight down, and the hips turn forward, and the thigh rolls back, right? A little bit of a counter torque action there. One moves one way, one moves the other. Let's bring the hands up. The hand corresponding to your extended leg is going to go straight out, and the lower hand is just going to open. I'm going to stand to the side so you can see this, like that. Or if I stand to the other side, like that. All the weight's on the back leg. Without changing your weight distribution, you should be able to pick up this front foot and place it down again with no weight on it. If you can do that, then your weight alignment is good. If you can't, then bring your weight back and bring the front foot back. The front hand is going to be right in front of your face. The lower hand, the fingers are going to point to the elbow of the upper arm. The thumb is going to point towards your belly. Drop your chin down, lift the back of your head up. Relax. When we say relax in Qigong, the Chinese term feng song is actually in the character as a depiction of pine trees. Maybe any tree, really. I think it's more related to pine in some ways. So the idea in Qigong is that when you relax, it's not that you become like just, you know, protoplasmic, some sort of jello on the couch. Relaxing is you relax inside the structure. That's a very Taoist stability. Perhaps in some ways, a very Chinese cultural motif, to be able to relax inside a structure. Okay, let's go to the other side. So bring your feet back, bring them back to parallel. Turn your right foot out. And bring your left foot straight forward. Deep, full breaths. Now, I know this is hard for some of you, especially if you're new to this. But if you practice it every day, it gets easier. And as you practice it, it dilates the deep energy channels in your body. Every time you practice it, they get dilated. The chi in your body moves in a 24-hour cycle. The sun, the earth. Chi is kind of like wax, and your consciousness is like the candle flame. Your consciousness, your Shen, burns through your chi. The activities of your body moving around, like a jackrabbit, burns through your chi. So when you sleep, your chi is replenished. You wake up, you got energy. You can go for 16, 18 hours, whatever it is for you. And then you run out of chi, because it's a daily cycle. It's like a battery. Charges, discharges, charges, discharges. When you do standing Qigong, by dilating the deep channels of your Qi every day, breathing deeply, sitting down in gravity, keeping the spine straight, these dilated channels will gather more Qi from the nature, from the earth, from heaven. And that Qi will get used up throughout the day. But if you practice your Qigong every day, after a while that Qi will start to store. The residue, the excess of it, will start to store. It's like putting a few dollars a day into a savings account. It just starts to store up. And it stores up inside the deep energy channels of your body. And then when it's fuller and they start to overflow, then that energy field then connects into your organs and your tissues, your bones and your marrow. And your chi, okay, relax. Your chi pulls down into it automatically, by the nature of what it is, the template for healthy functioning of your whole system, truly optimal functioning. And so by practicing Qigong every day, you start to interpenetrate that energy into your body. That energy we call in Chinese medicine the Zheng Qi, the righteous or correct chi. It's actually the chi aligned with heaven. It's the exact meaning of the character, that you're moving into alignment with your higher self. And your higher self is pretty into being healthy because it's beautiful, because it's effortless, because it's a kind of a flow to be in a state of health. So practiced every day, and I've been observing this for 40 years now. Daily practice of standing Qigong eliminates all disease. Sorry, it's so simple, but it is. I've really been observing it for 40 years. I've been teaching it for at least 30 years. I've observed thousands of people going through this process, and hundreds of them practicing daily Qigong who had pretty serious, illnesses, and cleared them out. So, I'm just saying, folks, standing Qigong is not a particularly easy sell. It doesn't look that good on YouTube. You're just standing there. But, there you have it. Okay, now we're going to go through the 8 brocades. This is a third type of Qigong. And let me just check the time here, see where we're at. Brief intermission. It's 8 o'clock. Hi. I'm just going to keep going. We're going to go into the 8 brocades. The 8 brocades is a very useful system for working with both the 8 extraordinary channels and also the 24 acupuncture channels and the elements. So I'm going to talk through this at a somewhat technical level, which is useful perhaps for the people that have been doing this Qigong for a long time. And if you're new to this whole Qigong system, it's going to be like way too much info probably, but I want to do it for the people on this Zoom who have been studying Qigong with me for a while. And so if you're new to it, just, take what you can from it. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Deep in breath. Breathe out, relax the belly, let it sink down. You'll notice my body is moving up and then it's sitting down again. And that's what we're going to be doing with these 8 Qigong exercises. We're going to be moving through expansion and then compression, sinking, just like the cells in your body move through a cycle of expanding and then relaxing, compressing down and expanding again. Breathing in, breathe out, let the belly sink and expand. Now, pull up and in on the belly just a little bit, not too much. Bring the chi up your spine and then down the front midline of your body. Breathing in, you're going to energize right through the center of your body, just up to the top of your belly, and then sink the hands down. And up the spine, over the head, and down the front midline of the body. So we're opening up the Chongmai with this first breath. Sink the chi to the perineum. Pull up and in on the pelvic floor muscles a little bit. Bring the chi up the spine, the Dumai. And then down the front midline of the body, the Renmai, and also out to the hands, the Daimai. Tube in the middle of your body, the Chong. Channel up your spine. Lift the spine up so that each vertebra lifts off the one below. Down the front midline, the Renmai, out to your hands, describing an oval around you, from above your head all the way down beneath your feet. This is the Daimai. These names I'm giving are the names for the deep energy channels in the body. These deep energy channels are called the first ancestry. These are the formational energy channels developed early in embryological development of the body. deep, full breaths, noticing what fun it is to breathe and to stretch, and how pleasant it is to actually move with a slow rhythm. Now, in Qigong, we don't want you to get out of breath. I don't want you to labor for breathing. So if the speed I'm going at is too slow for you, you're going to maybe have to add in some little extra breaths or speed your movement up or something like that. Don't strain for breath. And you can go slower if you want to. All right, good. Let's move to the next one. So now you're going to stand a little bit wider, more of a horse stance. Breathing in. And transferring your weight to the right. And breathe out. Breathe in. Bring your weight back to the middle. And breathe out, sink down. So we're going to be moving between a horse stance, this position, and a bow stance, this position. Now, as you breathe, I want you to imagine that you're filling your body with white, sparkling energy. And we're going to work with the 3 organs that connect to the metal chi. In the Chinese element system, each of the elements manifests at different levels. So the metal chi at the lower level manifests as crystal, metal, rock. At the intermediate level, it manifests as air. And at the higher level, it manifests as the radiance of light and the resonance of sound. So you're drawing this metal, air, radiance, resonance energy into your body, and we're going to pull this into the organs that are specific to this element. In this case, we're going to pull it into your sinus cavities. So you bring your hands towards the sinus cavities, and then the lungs and the bronchial tubes, and then down into your large intestine. Belly, large intestine, chest, the lungs, the bronchial tubes, and then the sinus cavities. I want you to imagine and feel yourself pulling that energy into the sinus cavities, the lungs, the belly. White, sparkling energy. As you extend out, the hand that's pointing, the index finger and the middle finger point outwards, touching together. It's called a sword hand in Qigong. The other hand, all the fingers touch the thumb, and it just curves over like a beak. All right, good. We're just going to do a little intermediate Qigong, not exactly part of the 8 brigades, but just to work with this energy for a minute. Breathing in white, sparkly energy. Fill your sinus cavities, fill your lungs, and then as you breathe out, sink it down into your belly. Breathing in, fill the lungs, sinus cavities. Breathing out, sink it down into the belly. You're drawing upon the sources of this type of chi energy. So drawing this white sparkling energy from the crystals and the rocks under the ground. Drawing on this white sparkling energy from the ocean of sparkling particles in the air all around you. And then drawing on this as a column of light, a radiant light descending down from above you, illuminating through your sinus cavities, your throat, your bronchial tubes, your lungs, through your diaphragm, and then down into your belly, and especially the large intestine that wraps around the belly. All right, good. Let's work with the third of the 8 brigades. Okay, reaching down, breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. Now, straighten your legs, straighten your arms, and then pivot just around the central core of your body, that Qigong we talked about. Come back, and then breathing out. Reaching down, you're drawing yellow golden energy from under the ground up into your body. Pull it all the way back to the side of your ribs. This is the spleen channel. And then down to your navel. Point your thumbs into your navel. Breathing in, you're going to fill your whole body with yellow sparkling particles. Both your hands are facing into the midline. The upper hand, the palm is facing towards the sky. The lower hand, the palm is facing downwards. Breathe out and pivot around. Breathe in, pivot back. Now imagining a ball of light, yellow golden sunlight comes into your upraised hand and it pours down through the side of the body corresponding to your descending hand. This is your stomach channel. Spleen channel, yellow golden energy coming up to spleen 21, side of the ribs, down to your navel, thumbs pointing into the navel. Yellow golden energy filling your whole body. Pivot around the Qigong. Breathe out. Breathe in. Ball of sunlight comes down. The thumb traces the pathway of the stomach channel. This ball of sunlight descends the inside of the side of your body, illuminating all the organs. Golden yellow energy from under the ground. Earth energy. Draw it up into your body. Feel it spreading through all the cells of your body. Golden yellow earth energy. And now golden yellow sunlight energy. Pivot. Come back. Golden yellow sunlight energy pouring through the inside of your body as the sun traces the stomach channel pathway down. Stretch your body. Straighten the arms and legs. Pivot. And then let everything relax and sink down to the earth. Requesting that golden yellow earth energy. Draw it up the inside of the legs, across the hips, the outside of the ribs, and then down to your navel as you breathe out. Filling your whole body as you breathe in, pivoting, and back. Ball of sunlight pouring down to the whole side of your body, illuminating the interior of your body, illuminating all the organs and tissues. Pivoting. Okay, now we're just going to do an intermediate movement to work with that element. Working with the yellow, golden earth energy. Breathing in, let your body gently expand and fill up with this golden yellow energy. Breathing out, relax, sit down a little bit. Move your hands in front of your belly. Notice the field of energy between your hands and your belly. Notice the fields and the feelings of energy moving through your hands. You may or may not feel all of that. You will in time if you practice Qigong, but not necessarily the first few months. Requesting the earth energy to quickly respond to you, to fill your body up. We like the earth energy to connect into a few places, so bring the hands down. Breathe the earth energy into your perineum, into the floor of your pelvis. And just relax, sink down as you breathe out, completely relax. There's an earth energy center. It makes you feel very centered and connected to the earth, right at the base of your body. And now bring the hands up to the belly, the navel. The navel is an earth energy center, and as we bring this yellow golden energy into the belly, it's going to illuminate all of your digestive organs, all earth energy organs. Now bring your hands up to your chest. The earth energy of the chest sits in the very center of the chest, where the fire energy sits to the left. You just want to breathe into your chest, a great feeling of expansive, spacious peacefulness. And now the earth energy of the head. The earth energy of the head is the feeling you feel right as you fall asleep. Is your pineal gland just taking you into sleep. All right, good. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's work with the fourth of the 8 brocades. Breathing in. And breathing out. I'll do that again. Breathing in. Hands are palm up. Now breathe out. I'm going to mirror you. You're going to turn your head to the right. Turn the hands down. And then breathing in. The fingers are going to trail. The elbows roll up. Keep your head to the right. And sink the chi down through your left heel. The head turns to the front. Now, both palms up. Breathe blue water energy from your heels up through your whole body. Rapidly fills your whole body. Now turning your head to the left, sink this blue water chi down through your right heel. You're always going to be moving the blue water chi through the heel opposite the way your head is turned. And then blue water chi up through the right heel. And then blue water chi down through the right heel. We're working with the water chi. Requesting blue water energy. Filling your body with this blue water energy. Deep under the ground, there are springs of water. You're drawing the chi from the springs and the sources of water under the ground. It rapidly fills your whole body. Drawing it through your heels, bringing it up, and then let it sink down, let it flow down through your right heel as you turn your head to the left. Keeping your head to the left, draw the blue water energy up through that right heel, and then down through the right heel again. So you're working with the blue water energy, filling your kidneys, and then drawing the blue water energy up to the back of your head. You want to be working with the spine and the channels either side of the spine. Filling them with blue water energy. And then also letting it drain downwards again. Deep, full breaths. Receiving the healing chi of water to move through your body, through all your organs. All right, good. Let's do an intermediate Qigong to keep connecting with the water chi. First, just stand in Wuji. That's this position. Imagine and feel your body filling up with beautiful blue water. Now, I'm going to stand to the side so you can see how I do this. Breathing in, you're going to draw your elbows back and just bring your weight forward a little bit. Just a little bit. And then breathing out, you're going to bring your weight back and the hands are going to come forward. So breathing in, we're going to draw the water chi into the kidneys. And the back is going to arch a little bit. And then breathing out, the water chi is going to flow forward into the front of the belly and then through the hands. Immerse your mind and fill your body with this water chi. Requesting the healing forces of water to quickly respond to you. Softening anything that is hard inside your body, cooling anything that is too hot. Dissolving anything that needs dissolving, cleansing, purifying, washing away any toxins. Stand back in Wuji. Draw upon the sources of water under the ground, request the healing energy, blue water filling your body. And then attune your mind. Bring your hands so that they're flat right in front of you. Attune your mind to the water of lakes and oceans. Imagine yourself standing as if you're just standing in a beautiful blue mountain lake with your hands just resting on the surface. Good. And then lastly, tune your mind to the blue color of space. A beautiful blue color right at dawn, right at sunset. Deep blue, and let yourself absorb that peaceful quality. All right, good. Let's work with the fifth of the 8 brigades. I'm just going to have a little time check here. No, we're doing okay. All right, so go brain go. We're going to work with the heart and the small intestine, triple burner pericardium. We're going to work with the energies of fire. Okay. Take some deep breaths. Now we're going to go again from the horse stance to the bow stance. Breathing in. And then breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Transfer your weight. And of course, you're moving your feet. When you're in the horse stance, the feet are parallel. And now feet are going to slide out to the sides so that you can come into the bow stance. So as you breathe in, you're going to breathe in a pink energy. It's going to fill your heart, fill the cheeks of your face. And as you breathe out, a red energy. Pink energy, feelings of compassion and love, lift your spine up and then sit down, drop your chi into your belly, extend out horizontally, red energy. Vertical lifting, pink energy, compassion and love. Horizontal extension, enthusiasm, vitality, red energy. Pink energy, fill your chest, fill the cheekbones of the face, and then red energy goes from your belly, enthusiasm, out through your hands. Now we're opening up the heart and the small intestine energy channels which run from your little finger to your armpit and your little finger to your shoulder blade and then up to the cheekbones, the ear. So you roll the hand in, compress and squeeze that small intestine channel, roll the hand out, stretch open the small intestine channel, roll the hand in, heart channel, compressing a little bit, roll the hand out, heart channel dilating. And at the same time as we work with those two channels, we work with pericardium and triple burner channels. So if you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Just keep breathing pink energy and love and compassion, red energy, vitality, enthusiasm. Pink as you breathe in, red as you breathe out. If you know the channels, as you extend out, then you're going to stretch through the triple burner channel. As you roll in, you're going to compress into the pericardium channel. Feeling compassion for yourself. Be very compassionate with yourself right now. There's a lot of shit going down. And it's going to be fine. Great. Now let's just attune ourselves a little bit to the fire energies of the body. You're going to form a triangle between your fingers, place them over the front of your genital region, not touching the body, just a little bit away. Pull up and in on your genital muscles a little bit, just pulse them. Tune into red energy, the sexual fire energy. Now bring the hands up so the thumbs are at the level of the navel. When you breathe in, pull in on your lower belly muscles. When you breathe out, relax them. So you're going to pump your lower belly a little bit. Feel the warmth in your lower belly. This is the warmth of your Qi factory, your lower dantian. This is where your Qi is warmed up and programmed for vitality. Now bring the hands to the level of your solar plexus, so the fingers are at the level of your navel. Thumb is at the solar plexus level. Now breathe in, pull in on your upper and lower stomach muscles a little bit. Breathe out, relax your belly, relax the muscles. Now you're going to feel that digestive fire. And also expand the sides of your rib cage. Orange color coming off the sides of your rib cage. This is your spleen yang, stomach fire, digestive fire. This is the force that enables you to consume your experiences, burn through them, extract from them what is good for you, discard what is not useful. This is how you digest your food and your life. Bring the hands just in front of the chest. Relax your body. Relax your breathing. Just breathe very gently. Feel the pulse of the blood in your fingertips. See if you can feel the pulse of your heart extending out to touch the walls of the room that you're in. See if you can feel your heart pulse extending out to any trees or plants around the building that you're in. Now bring the hands up to the level of the throat. I want you to imagine a blue flame with a pink background. Or you could imagine a pink flame with a blue background. Right in your throat. This is the fire of your creative self-expression. However that shows up for you, whatever is your thing, your talent, your passion, your love or your joy to express in the world. Now bring the hands up so that the triangle is over your forehead. Look through your hands. Stand up straight. Shut your eyes, but roll your eyeballs upwards and just tune into light. The light behind your seeing. The light behind your perceiving. And behind your thinking. When you tune into that light, it's very peaceful. Now bring the hands up directly above your head. Keep your thumbs touching. Your thumbs are right over the top of your head. Separate your fingers a little bit. Request a contact with your soul. The violet flame. The higher self nature. And let that contact come down till your thumbs touch the very top of your head. Requesting the violet flame of your soul to come down through your body through your body into your heart, where there's a home for that soul, that violet flame, right in your heart. Good, good. Now let the chi just come down into your belly. You can keep that violet flame in your heart, but let the chi flow down, ground you. Okay, let's work with the fifth element, which is the green force. The Chinese character for this is a tree. The incorrect translation of that is wood, because it's not the character for wood, it's the character for a tree. So we're going to work with the green force. Okay, breathing in and breathing out. Again, we're going to go between the horse stance, where your feet are facing forward, and the bow stance when you're moving to the side. So reaching down, the roots of a tree, and then the trunk comes right up your spine. The limbs go under your shoulder blades as you go to the side. Branches down your arm, the twigs through your fingers. Touch the thumb to the index finger. The leaves of the canopy of a tree, turn the hands over, touch the ring fingers with the thumbs. And then the leaves, the flowers, the seeds coming down. Now again, the root, breathing in. Different stages of the tree, all the way up and out. Twigs, and now breathing in again. Canopy of the leaves, millions of green leaves surrounding you. Turn the hands over, and then the flowers, and then the seeds coming down. And again, the root, the trunk, the limbs, the branches, the twigs, the leaves, breathing in. The fruits, touching thumb to ring finger. The seeds. Bring the tree into you. Request the green force to quickly respond to you. Touch thumbs to index fingers, and then thumbs to ring fingers. Draw the green force into you. With each movement and each breath, feel your body and all your tissues filling up with the green force. All right, good. Let's go into Wuji. And let's just connect to that green force. Request the green force from under the ground to flow up through you like vines, like tendrils, coming up through your body. Feel your body filling now. Connect to the trees, connect to the forests with your mind. Without effort, just request the healing force from all the trees and the forests. There's so many in this area. Request that healing force to come into you. To move right through your body, to move wherever in your body or your energy field or your mind needs that healing force of the green energy, the green power of Hildegard von Bingen called the greening power of Christ. What the poet Dylan Thomas called the green fuse, or rather the force that through the green fuse drives the flower. Okay, so I think we're out of time, but I'm just not done. Sorry, people. So we've got to we'll keep it pretty quick, but we're just going to do one thing to close by accessing the last 4 of the 8 extraordinary channels, and then we'll be good. And then we'll do a little check-in if you want to, and we can close up. So this last Qigong is going to go in a number of phases, 3 phases. First phase is just like this. It's like a big wheel. You're going to make a big wheel like this. Now, the first 3 times we do it, we're going to bend forward like this. Like a giant wheel. And now we're going to do it without bending forward. Keep your spine straight, just sit down. Breathing in, the energy comes above your head, and then when you're breathing out, you're going to bring it down through your feet, and the hands are going to push it down through the feet. You're going to keep your spine straight. What we're doing here is we're opening up the yin chao, the yang chao, the yin way, and the yang way. And for some of you, that's going to be like, what? That's okay. Just do the Qigong. Now, what you connecting to here is moving a wheel of energy through your body that's bigger than your physical body, much bigger. Going down 18 feet under the ground, into the earth, deep into the earth. Going 18 feet at least above your head, up into the sky. Now maybe going further down under the ground, spreading out like roots of a big tree, and then coming up, extending out way above your head and out also like the canopy of a vast tree. Imagining and feeling yourself like a giant, just fully expanded. Your feet extending as roots deep into the earth. Your head and above your head, reaching way above the clouds, expanding into the sky. All right, good. And now stand wide. Now we're going to bring the hands up in like a triangle formation. Breathing in, the hands come up and in. And breathing out, they go down and out. Up and in. The yin chao. And down and out, the yang way. And literally that's what those channels are. The yin chao is all the forces that move upwards and inwards in your energy field. And the yang way is all those forces that actually move downwards and outwards. So coming up and in is like moonlight. It's a beautiful, feminine, and spiritual energy. And going down and out is kind of like spreading a net around you or spreading a cloak around you. It spreads down and out and it contacts the surface of the earth and just establishes space around you, in front of you, to either side of you. Moonlight up and in, yin chao, and then this energy field surrounding you, protecting you, discharging anything from your wei qi, your defensive qi that needs to leave. That's your yang wei. Good. Now we're going to make the opposite movement, which is an inverted triangle. Breathing in, your hands are going to come up and out and up to the sky. And then breathing out, your hands are going to go down and in and sink a taproot deep into the earth. Breathing in, up and out towards gold and blue, the expansion of the sky and the sun. That's the yang qiao. Breathing out, down and in, like a taproot into the earth, discharging, releasing, dissolving the ego and the mind. gold and blue and light, and then just like humility, simple, humble, detoxing, releasing down into the earth. Yang Qiao as you breathe in, and then the Yin Wei as you breathe out. Both are taking your energy system past your auric field. All right, good. We're just going to close up now. We're going to do pulling down the heavens and shaking a little bit. Let's first start off by just shaking. This is just a way to kind of like neutralize, in a way, a lot of the energies that you've been moving around and kind of discharge any excess. So just shake a bit. People will often shake at the beginning of a Qigong routine, but sometimes when you're doing really powerful Qigongs, like the 8 brigades and this kind of thing, it's a good idea. You can do a little shaking at the end just to kind of neutralize it. Now we're going to do pulling down the heavens. Not for too long, just a few times. And the idea here is you're going to ground yourself. Just bring the energy down and feel grounded, feel solid, feel down in the feet. Keep your eyes open. Bring yourself down into your belly, down into your belly. Bring your chi down, grounded, present, solid. Lastly, you're going to come up on your toes and you're going to bring your hand back like this. So you come up on your toes and bring your hands back. Breathing in. And then drop your neck forward. Drop your head forward a little bit. And then drop down. Breathe in, drop the head forward, drop down. And as you drop down onto your heels, the hands will shoot forward. As you do this, you're going to get a shock wave go through your body. Keep your chin tucked in. It's quite important. And that shock wave will just travel into your body and pull the chi into your bones. That's it.